All right, welcome to our hangout, and we're going to be doing some Q&A today. Heather, can you see my screen okay?
I can.
All right, and let me just hide that. As anyone knows that was with us last night, or you might have gotten our email, we had some major technical problems last night. Heather and I have been working together 5 years, and I think that was probably the worst. Oh my goodness. But it's a lesson for life. When obstacles come, when hard things happen, you just have to get back up and roll with it. And Heather did a great job trying to cover for me while I was on the phone with support. I'm literally on the phone with the support while in the other ear I'm trying to listen to her, and then I couldn't understand what they were saying, so then I'm not listening to her and not advancing the slides. It was amazing. And then unrelated to our server crashing, Heather's internet went out. She lives in the boondocks of Texas. And so sometimes her internet just randomly goes out and just happened to randomly go out. So anyways, we had promised you guys that we would do a Q&A, and Heather and I, if you know us, and those of you that follow us know that we are people of our word. We want to be able to follow through and do what we've promised and do what we said. So we're here, and Heather, do you want to go through just a few little housekeeping for anyone that's on live?
Yeah, absolutely. There are two ways you can ask questions. You can submit them on the Google Plus Hangouts page. You should be able to just type them in there, or if you see the Q&A app, you can click on there and ask your questions there. Or you can also ask them on our Facebook page. I posted on our Facebook page about the Q&A session. So if you find that post on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/trainingauthors, you can post them in the comments there as well.
Yes, and we understand this time is not convenient for most people, but it was just the only time that we could really squeeze in before the challenge starts and before the busy weekend and everything. So we just wanted to see if anyone is on live with us and you have questions from our webinar last night or from the replay, go ahead and type them in and let us know. We did have one question that we were able to recover from our chat box last night. Heather, do you want to go ahead and read that question, and we'll go ahead and at least address that one for right now?
Maybe.
I know it's from
All right.
Peggy.
It says, I'm not seeing any category on my Amazon book page. The publisher set it up. Why wouldn't they have put it in a category?
Very good question, Peggy. And I did look you up this morning online, and I noticed that you're published through a small press or a small publisher. It wasn't one that I had heard of before, and I would definitely contact them directly. Categories are so important for your book, and so you want to make sure that they have done what they need to on the back end. Sometimes they're not 100% sure what to do with that either, and so I was just talking to Heather this morning. I said, a lot of small publishers would really benefit from this course that we're offering, the Sell More Books Challenge, because they would then be able to have that information for all of their clients. And so you can also recommend that to them, or even just the book marketing your book on Amazon. But definitely contact them and make sure that they put those categories in for you, because those are really, really important. And if I were you and I were in your position, I would actually do the research, and I would ask them. I would ask them to use the categories, that I've chosen, and this is why I've chosen them. And so I would just, try to take a little more active role and contact your publisher. But unfortunately, that kind of thing happens way too often, where the publisher is either not even aware of what's available, or they don't always have as much of an interest in your book as you do. I mean, they do because they've published it and they're earning money off of it too. But I think the author has the #1 most, priority interest in the book. And so I would just recommend, taking a more active role and then just getting into communication with them and see what you can do.
Definitely. And while you're doing that, if they don't have categories listed, they might not have keywords on there either. So I would go ahead and do your keyword research and then ask your publisher if they've used any of these keywords on your book as well.
Yeah, that's a good point, because while you're doing one, you might as well do the other. And if you have not, if anyone's watching this and has not watched the webinar replay from last night, we definitely recommend watching that. We're only going to have it up and live for a little bit longer. We said 48 hours from last night, so until Saturday night, and then it's coming off, and it will be in the members area for the Sell More Book Challenge. For those who sign up for the challenge, it will be, you can go back and watch it and, you know, see exactly what I was talking about with categories and keywords. But for those of you, you know, just wanting to watch it, make sure you go ahead and do that before we take it down.
Yeah, and if we are leaving the bonus up for a little while longer, so if you didn't get Shelley's book, Marketing Your Book on Amazon, that was a free bonus for attending the webinar, and you can still download that from our website.
Yes, and that
.com/optimize Amazon.
Yes, and we said we'd keep that up an extra 24 hours since we had some issues. So that will be coming down tonight. So go ahead and make sure, if you have not downloaded that yet, that you do that today. So are you seeing any other questions coming through, Heather?
I am not.
Okay. You know, we got some really great feedback from the webinar last night, despite the technical issues. A lot of people said they really enjoyed the content and they really got a lot out of it. So I'm so grateful for that. And I really believe that the information that we shared in the webinar, you can, you know, take action and apply even the things that we shared there and start seeing results. And that's what we want. We didn't want to share a free webinar that was just, you know, a hint of something and really didn't give you that, you know, that content, that meaty content. You know, sometimes I've been on webinars and it's like they don't tell me anything. It's just they keep, you know, just wanting me to buy their product. But Heather and I, we truly want to offer amazing content, and we have really spent a ton of time putting together this challenge. It's the Sell More Books 30-day challenge, and we have put a framework up for you to follow. It's step by step. You know, we have had some beta authors go through it, and you know, they were able to just go through our system and start getting results. So we will be raising the price. Right now it's $297, and we have a coupon code for $100 off, but we will be raising the price to $497 after November 2nd. So if you have any interest at all in getting into this program, I highly recommend you get in now while the price is still low. And this is our introductory price, and you know, we plan right now on doing this challenge again sometime next year, but we're not sure. I mean, life changes. Heather has 4 kids. You know, things could change for her. Things could change for me. Who knows? But you know, so we highly recommend that if you're interested, definitely get in, and we would love to see you on the other side. So
we did have one question come through.
Okay.
It says, I have been selling books on Amazon.es. I write in Spanish. I've been selling more books on Amazon.es because she writes in Spanish than on Amazon.mx, which is the Mexico site, or Amazon.com. I believe it's because of my keywords. Is it possible to know which keywords are working better?
That's a great question. And unfortunately, we don't have that kind of data from Amazon. Don't you wish we did? Oh my goodness.
Great.
Oh my, if we could have like a list of like analytics in the back of our KDP account and it showed our 7 keywords and which keywords people are finding us by, oh wow, that would be awesome data that Amazon, I mean, I'm sure Amazon has that data.
You can actually search your keyword on Amazon and see if your book shows up. That's one way you can do it. It's not easy, and you have to do it for all of 7 of your keywords, and you might have to dig to find your book. Right.
You can see if your book is showing up for that keyword. And if you haven't done the keyword research on Google to see what people are searching for, you can also use other keyword tools, to check that. But yeah, Google doesn't give us that specific information. One thing I did learn when I was translating my first book into Spanish is that you do have to mark. There's like a box. You have to mark that it's a different language on the Amazon.com side, and so I'm sure you've already done that and you've already indicated that it's Spanish. But for me, when I was doing it the first time, I've only published English books, so I didn't know to do that, and therefore it was not showing up in the list of Spanish books on Amazon.com. So you might want to just double check, make sure all your settings are correct in KDP. And I have a blog post on translating books on trainingauthors.com. You can just look under our most popular posts in the right sidebar and you'll find it, and it will show you. If you scroll down to the bottom, I think it's under the lessons learned. I can actually just go over there and show you, but let me see here. And then that way you can just make sure that that setting is right. But yeah, the only thing you can do is do your research on the keywords, see what people are searching for, and then see where they come up when you search on Amazon. So let's see, translations. So how to translate your book, and then let me just scroll down here. But like I said, I'm sure since your book is in Spanish that you've already done this. All right. Okay, here's where it says, log into there, and you want to update. In the other books action column, click edit book details, and under the language, change it from English to Spanish. So like I said, I'm sure you've already done that, but the other thing you can do, like Heather said, is just type in your keywords here, like for self-publishing books. We have a book, Self-Publishing Books 101. When I type that up, look where our book is. Hey, #1. So that keyword is good. If you put the hyphen in there, let's see where we're at. We're #3. So you can see, like for that specific keyword for that book, it seems to be working fairly well. As far as it's coming up, but as far as how many people are searching it and buying your book, we don't have that information, but it would be nice to have that.
It would, and you might be ranking differently on different sites. Like you said, most of your sales come from the Amazon.es, so you might go to Amazon.com and see if you can test your keywords there and see if they're different. And you might want to adjust your keywords. If all your keywords are in Spanish, you might want to add a few others just to test it and see. You can always change your keywords. You can go back in and edit those as often as you want. So you might just try to tweak them a little bit and see if that can help your sales.
Yes, yeah, because there are people who are bilingual that will be buying your book on Amazon.com, and they may still search in English, but you never know. So that is just something that we recommend some trial and error with the keywords, and give it some time when you change them to see if anything changes. But all right, any other questions coming through?
I don't see any more.
All right.
That looks like it.
Okay. Well, we definitely just wanted to have this time so that we could allow for questions, and we were totally ready to do that last night and just could not access the back office of our chat console because our site was down and it was the server was having issues. But thank you for your patience with us last night, and we hope you got a lot of great content out of it, and we look forward to working with you more. For those of you that are interested, make sure to go ahead and check out the challenge and sign up today. This weekend will be your last chance to sign up at the introductory price. So this is Shelly Hitz and Heather Hart from trainingauthors.com. Thank you for joining us this morning.